Alright, we back. It's your boy Eclipse the General, and welcome to another video. So today, today we got another video about these crooked ass police. It's called When Good Cops Stand Up to Corrupt Cops. And we're gonna see what this shit is about. The channel is called Police Notes. I'll leave a link in the description for the video, because I probably won't watch the whole thing, but who knows, maybe not. We're gonna see what happens. But before we get into that, you already know what I need from you. I need you to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of that good shit, man. I ask y'all every time, just go ahead and help your boy out. Right? Let's get into it.
Private investigator and ex-cop Mr. Hoffman was conducting surveillance for a workers' compensation case in Hilliard, Florida. The adult subject drove to a local church with minors. Hoffman initially observed from a nearby grocery store parking lot, but moved closer to the church when activities began outside. After being asked to leave the church property, Hoffman complied and returned to the original lot. Despite this, someone from the church called 911, accusing Hoffman of filming children.
Oh, shit.
What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man?
Hey, we're getting phone calls that you're with binoculars watching kids.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm working.
Working what?
I'm not watching kids.
Okay, what are you doing then?
I'm an investigator.
All right, did you call the sheriff's office to say that?
No.
You're supposed to do that. You got some ID on you, brother? And you're in the middle of the parking lot, not even in a parking space.
This is private property.
Okay, you're in the middle of the roadway. Do you have ID on you or not?
Committed a crime?
Anytime that you are a private investigator, do you have a Florida ID on you?
That's my investigator license, sir.
So typically, you're supposed to notify the sheriff's office if you're going to be doing any private investigations whatsoever. But you're also blocking the flow of traffic right here. How long are you going to be here for?
Wait, is that a real thing? Is that like a legit thing? If you are a private investigator, you gotta alert the authorities that you're doing an investigation? That's interesting. Matter of fact, let's find out together. This just said no. Private investigators are generally not required to notify law enforcement about their investigations unless specific situations arise. They are not bound by the same rules and regulations as law enforcement. However, there are circumstances where collaboration with police is beneficial or even necessary, such as when a crime is suspected or significant evidence is gathered. So you just sat there and lied. You just sat there and lied. See? Motherfuckers just be lying. Let me just look up, just to be Florida. No, in Florida, a private investigator is generally not required to disclose their investigation to the subject or to the police unless they witness a crime or have reasonable suspicion of a crime. So you just lied. So you just sat there and lied and see? Police just be doing bullshit.
Sure. Okay. All right, well, stand by for just a minute. Are you investigating somebody at the church?
I can't discuss that.
901-1001, can you come over here? 77.
Hey, officer, I'm the pastor over there.
What's up, brother?
So when I pulled up a few minutes ago, he had the left-hand corner of his shade up, and he was filming kids.
Yeah.
So
Hold on.
That's why we got here.
Might want to stay back over there, brother. Go back over there.
That's some nasty shit to put
You
on a
don't have a right to
person.
hear anything. You go back over there. I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay? I'll talk to you over here.
Yep.
Tell him to stay over there. He says he's a private investigator. Here's his ID. I didn't get a chance to run him yet.
He doesn't give him a right to film kids.
Oh, I know. 100%. He's supposed to also call the sheriff's office and say that, hey, we're doing this, that, and the other.
No, he
So
don't.
I want him trespassed. I don't want him near it. And if you
Well,
can put him in jail, lock him up.
if he's not on the property, I can't trespass him.
But he was on the property.
He was on the property when?
Yeah, he was right there when I pulled up and filming a kid.
Okay.
So you can hear it. I mean, I saw you filming a kid with your window thing up. You're videoing it from our parking lot. It's against the law. Lock him up. Thank y'all.
All right, well, hey, let me get your idea if you want to try.
The pastor claimed it was illegal for Mr. Hoffman to film children, but it's generally legal to film in public spaces,
Exactly.
including children, where there's no expectation of privacy. Courts, like in State v. Oatman, have upheld that non-obscene filming in public is protected by the First Amendment. While the pastor could ask Hoffman to leave the property, it's unlikely his actions violated any laws since he was surveilling an adult, not specifically filming children.
Fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Find out if we're listed what's a trespass, please.
Yeah.
It's the list of trespass. That's against the law. There's a list of trespass. I'll hold you legally accountable.
It's okay.
What's your name and badge number, sir?
Officer Dan Jones, 1198.
Thank you. I appreciate that, sir.
All right.
Yeah, find out if they want him trespass.
Yeah.
Please.
Go in there and solicit trespass.
There's some guy, we're trespassing him from the Journey over there. He's basically filming people at the Journey Church from y'all's parking lot. Is a manager available?
Yes.
Mr. Huffman, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
I know you're a private investigator. I see your credentials. But there's two parts of this for me. All right? My grandson's over there.
What's your fucking point?
So you see where I'm concerned.
No, I don't.
You don't see a concern that I have a grandson across the street?
What's your
What are you
point?
holding in your hands?
Your ID?
It's a state issue ID saying I'm an investigator. Mm-hmm. Now, what would that lead you to be being a law enforcement officer? Would that lead you
You're
to
investigating
think
something.
Okay. Then why would you have a suspicion that I'm a bad guy?
At this point, I
That's the
don't.
implication you're making, sir.
At this point, I don't.
Okay.
But as a
It sounds like he just reaching for shit. It sounds like they just reaching for shit and looking for a reason to lock this dude up. And that pastor was on some bullshit too. They just reaching. They reaching for shit. They grabbing that, they throwing shit at the wall just to see what sticks. And that shit is lame. That shit is so lame.
grandfather, I have a concern.
Absolutely. But I presented you with an ID.
Mm-hmm.
I've identified who I am.
Okay.
I'm not hiding from anything.
Correct.
The credentials I presented you present a certain situation would lead you to believe, okay, this guy's working a case.
Okay, all right. That's all I had to know. That's all you had to say.
That's common sense, I would think.
What's this guy's deal?
Filming kids, man. Over there with a video camera filming our kids with VBX.
Well, I come over here because I wanted them to understand it happened on our property, not on public property.
Right.
He didn't have our permission to do it. He didn't have permission
He didn't
to be
need
there.
your fucking
Is he a
permission.
private investigator?
He's saying he is.
Well, if he is, they're supposed to contact the sheriff's office to let us know.
No, he don't. Now stop saying that
The
shit.
deputy claimed private investigators need to notify the sheriff's office before conducting investigations. But there's no legal requirement for this in Florida.
Exactly.
Licensed private investigators like Mr. Hoffman are allowed to gather information for their clients. While they must follow the same laws as any private citizen and can't trespass, they can observe and record in public areas. Since the church parking lot was open to the public and Mr. Hoffman left when asked, it's unlikely a court would find he broke any laws.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
That gentleman's wearing one too.
Get the fuck out of here.
Should be, yes, sir.
Is it policy to have your body cameras activated?
Yes, sir.
So the scene on the property over there, I can't give him a written warning, just a verbal warning for trespass.
Yeah, but you could write him an illegal parking ticket.
As far as when Nixie goes, if they're doing trespassing, I don't think they will, because he's not doing anything there.
No, they haven't complained. They have a complainant. They have to have a complainant in order for you to trespass him from Winn-Dixie. And Winn-Dixie hasn't complained. And he has every right to be here until Winn-Dixie says they don't want him here.
Exactly. They're just reaching for shit.
There's this guy who's filming kids at the Journey Church across the street. He's parked in y'all's parking lot. Apparently.
Yo, that's so fucked up. That's so fucked up that they still running this after he specifically said, I'm a private investigator. I'm not filming children. They still trying to they still trying to push this PDF narrative. See, I don't know what I can say on YouTube, so y'all catch my drift. Why are you still trying to push that narrative though? Like that shit is so corny. And you're saying that shit to these women because you know these women are probably gonna get triggered by that and then say whatever they need to say so you could probably arrest this dude or whatever you're trying to do. Because y'all just reaching for shit at this point. And that shit is so corny. That shit is so fucking corny. Y'all just reaching for shit. Shit is lame.
filming or looking
out of
at them.
Jacksonville,
Y'all
valid
want them
1054,
trespass?
1029, 1054 on.
I spoke with the manager, Winn-Dixie.
Unit her 43, they definitely want him trespass. They said they don't want anybody on the grounds doing that. 10-4, yes, you get her question.
Wow.
Am I being detained
As of right now, yes, sir, you are. You are being trespassed from the Winn-Dixie.
for suspicion of what crime am I being detained?
As of right now, you were videoing from across the street. That's what our call was about. And now that they want you trespassed, you're being detained.
Who wants to trespass?
Winn-Dixie.
When Dixie wants to trespass. So I'm being detained for trespass.
Currently, yes, sir.
You understand how the law reads the trespass? I must first be given the opportunity to leave the property when told by a proper agent of that property. Was I given that opportunity? Once again, am I being detained?
Once I give you the
Got him,
trespass
coach.
order, you'll be able to leave.
Sir, that's a yes or no question. Am I being detained
Yes, currently being detained.
for suspicion of what crime?
The deputies informed Mr. Hoffman that he was being detained while they issued a trespass warning. However, they did not respond when he asked what crime he was suspected of committing. Generally, officers cannot detain someone without reasonable suspicion of illegal activity. In Florida, trespassing requires either refusing to leave private property after being asked or entering posted property without permission. Since Mr. Hoffman had already left when asked, the officers likely didn't have the legal right to detain him while issuing the warning. A court would probably conclude the detention was unjustified.
Are you deaf, sir?
Okay.
Well, you guys, I tell you, you all earn your reputation nowadays. It's disgusting. You all sit around your departments and wonder why the public feels the way they feel. You all hide behind the words like safety, children. Is there a supervisor on scene?
No, she's not here.
I'd like to have a supervisor on scene. I also like to have business cards from each and every deputy that's on location right now.
Okay. You're welcome to have that, and we can contact the sergeant and see if he's close by and can respond.
I appreciate that, sir. Thank you.
You know what I find funny? Cops are supposed to be, I'm not saying that they are, but they're supposed to be quick on their feet. They're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, knowledgeable about certain things. They're supposed to be able to read certain situations. In situations like this, when you have somebody that's, what's the word I'm looking for? You have somebody that's articulating mad laws. Like they know mad laws, right? And the way he's articulating these laws, he even sounds like a cop when he talks. Why the fuck do they never pick up on it? They just think this is just a random person that just know mad laws. Like you don't never put two and two together. Like, oh shit, he might be a retired cop or he might be ex law enforcement. Like they never really put two and two together. Like they be oblivious to this shit. Like I've never seen a video where police are engaging with somebody and the person that they are engaging with is like hitting these motherfuckers with mad laws. Like they be saying like the little code numbers and all kind of shit, but they never pick up on the fact that this person is a ex cop or a ex retired FBI agent or a retired somebody. You dig what I'm? They never pick up on that shit, and I think that shit is like it's mind blowing. Truth be told, the shit is mind blowing.
Sarge close by, you want to talk to Sergeant?
He probably is.
Sir?
He probably is. You can call him where it is if he wants to come.
You close by, your presence is being requested by the individual.
Also, for illegal trespass to take place, an agent of this property has to trespass me. I'd like to be afforded the opportunity to speak to them and explain to them probably what lies you told them to get me trespassing this property.
That's mad corny.
Therefore, abusing your authority. I believe that's under code US 242.
Mr. Hoffman claims Deputy Jones abused his authority by soliciting a trespass from the Winn-Dixie manager through deception. While it's not illegal for officers to ask property owners to trespass someone, federal law prohibits officers from willfully violating constitutional rights. Mr. Hoffman could argue that the deputy's actions interfered with his First Amendment right to film, though there's no right to be on private property without permission.
Rights under the color of law.
All right. Hey, it works for me. Let me go do it, this guy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Yes, sir. Yeah.
May I ask you what you asked them, told them?
I told them to go out here illegally parked in your parking spot, and yeah, I want to trespass. They're like, yeah.
And that's all you...
Yo. Wow.
That's it.
Is the body camera running?
It is.
Okay, thank you.
And when I told him, he's like, got trespass from over there. He's sitting there watching.
Okay.
So.
All I can do is give him a verbal trespass for over there.
Sir, how long does it take to write a trespass permit?
It should be about done.
I hear what you're saying, but you gotta look at it as our way. You're illegally parked, you're filming or watching kids across the street. It's weird.
Okay.
Right?
No,
is that not weird?
Facts. You don't know what I was doing across the street.
Facts.
I'm on private property. I'm not illegally parked on anything. You, sir, have no authority here right now.
The deputy claims Mr. Hoffman is illegally parked, but Hoffman argues that since he's on private property, no laws are being broken. Law enforcement generally can't enforce parking rules on private property unless specific violations occur, like blocking fire lanes. There's no law requiring parking only in marked spots, so it's unlikely a court would deem Hoffman's parking illegal.
Asking them, they've given me authority.
You don't get, yeah, you know what? Do you think any business when a law enforcement officer walks in there and says, hey, we got a guy illegally parked, you want him trespass? Do you think any business is going to say, no, sir?
But
they bow down to law enforcement. They lick your boots like they're uneducated.
Well, I mean, it just sounds like it's completely irrational. Like, I'm talking to you normally, and like you're upset.
I'm upset.
But you're illegally parked in a driving lane.
I am not illegally parked. You have no authority over this private property. These aren't official parking spaces. Perhaps you should educate yourself in the Fourth Amendment and personal property.
And then you're like,
property.
And by 2 or 3 witnesses, they're saying, you're over here watching kids, you're over here like...
But they don't know that for a fact.
Well, I'm asking you, but you're acting irrational.
I don't have to answer questions.
See, you're acting irrational. Yeah,
I'm acting irrational because I exercise my rights.
No, I'm trying to investigate it, and you're completely losing your crap.
Questions. Sir, I presented a legal state ID that identifies me as a state licensed investigator.
Okay, so like, if I'm doing my job and somebody asks me something, I'm doing this because X, Y, Z. Like, I don't say, that's weird.
You know why? Because I can't stand law enforcement.
Okay.
You all are nothing but tyrants.
Well, tell us how you really feel.
What is your name, sir?
Officer Dan Jones.
Mr. Jones, you as a person, as a man, as a father, as a husband, as a brother, as all those things, I don't know you, sir.
Sure.
You could be a fantastic gentleman, a good Christian gentleman.
Sure. I am
addressing you as a law enforcement officer.
Okay, fair enough.
But as a law enforcement agent, okay, you are given authority. You are given power. You are protected by a corrupt system. And you right now are abusing that power, whether you believe it, whether you think I'm right or not. Supervisor, I've been detained here over 30 minutes.
You're not detained. You're getting trespass warnings from here, and you're getting trespass warnings from there.
I am detained. I'm not free to go. He's had 30 minutes to write a trespass warning, and I'm still here.
Get out of here. You've been trespassed from Winn-Dixie. You've been trespassed from here.
You don't want to hear how my rights were violated?
You've been trespassed from here, and you've been trespassed from there. You have your chance to leave. Now you're detaining me, so you need to leave.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, see, even the sergeant is a piece of shit. Like, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what the situation was. You don't know how your deputies was acting. You don't know shit. You just show up and that's crazy. And then people wonder why cops have this fucked up reputation. Then people wonder why, you know what I'm saying, people don't fuck with cops like that. It's because of shit like this. It is because of shit like this. Shit is crazy, man. But anyway, appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. That's the video for the day, man. Before y'all go, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good shit. I'm gonna put this channel in the description because they got a bunch of videos like this, man. So if you want to check them out, I'll put the link in the description, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.